My name is Claire. It is an honor to be your current club president, and I would like to officially call this meeting to order. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of our guests, and we sincerely hope you all will enjoy and learn from this experience. The Future Leaders Galva Club is a Toastmasters club open to middle and high school students, in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Each meeting has three parts. First is the prepared speech section. Second is the table topics or the impromptu speaking section. And then finally is the evaluation section. And with that being said, I would like to pass it on to our Toastmaster for tonight, who is Michelle. Michelle, the floor is yours.
Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties. Thank you, Claire. And right now, currently, I believe we are actually missing our speaker because I was not the person that assigned it. I just saw his name on the spreadsheet. So I'd assume he would be here, but I don't see him anywhere. So we might have an issue. Along with that, we also have our table topics master missing, Serena, from what I can see. And also, currently, we also need a timer. So there's a lot of roles to fill in. So would anyone like to volunteer for the timer's role?
I can be the timer for tonight.
Okay, thank you, Angelina. And let's see. Hold up. Hope I'm so bad at editing on the iPad. My bad, guys. It's kind of new to me. But anyways, continuing on, is there anyone who could prepare a last minute table topics? Selena?
I was going to, but then I realized I just used my last table topics questions that I saved from the last time. I used it for another impromptu table topics, so I don't think I can do it.
Okay. Well, if not, I think I can come up with some last minute table topics questions. And for the speaker, oh yeah, Caleb?
I had an idea. What if we did a debate meeting tonight since we don't have a table topics master or speeches?
Sure, that sounds great. Okay, so I guess we'll be having a debate. But Caleb, what was your idea on the topic, if you had one?
Okay, so we can probably do like 2-on-2 debates, or if you want to get, well, I don't think we have enough time to get fancier with like two teams, two persons on each team. So we can do two-person debates, and then we could do um 2-minute constructives, 1-minute rebuttals, and then we can I think what you guys can come up with the topics. Does anyone have any other ideas too?
Oh, who,
Sorry.
you can go.
Oh, okay, thank you. So, I didn't know if I heard you correctly. Did you say it was a two versus two, or was it just a one versus one? I could not understand.
I said I tried to say one versus one.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
will suggest. I would try to suggest with two, because sometimes I like to bounce my ideas across with my partners. Just a thought.
yeah, and another thing is, um, do we have someone judge it, like specifically pick someone to judge it, or is it just like a vote or poll or something like that?
Okay, why don't we do two versus two debates, and then I can create a meeting poll. And then everyone can vote. So would someone like to come up with the topics? I'm not very well versed in debate topics, so
I can
someone
come up with the topics, I guess. I'll send them to you privately if you later. Just I might need maybe like 5 minutes.
I also have a previous debate topic that I've done.
Also, just a question. Should the topics be a this or that or a what is the best way to blah 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 type topics? Or is it really just up to me?
I'm really not an expert in debate. I know Claire is in speech and debate, so maybe she can bring some more insight into this.
Yeah, I actually don't do debate, um, but I think either could work. So either direction, like if you want to do like this or that, or if you just like say a statement and then one side can be like the positive and the other is like the opposite, the negative. So like they can affirm or go.
I had a previous debate topic from a couple years ago that I did in a camp, and maybe we could just like use that because I believe everybody is like first knows a little bit about this topic.
Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we make some topics? I'm having Chat GPT help me get some topics for us. So we can do two versus two, and then we can do some like, for example, more modern topics. We can do some more philosophical, theoretical ones, and then we can just do some fun ones. How does that sound to everyone?
I think that's great. With like a diverse amount of topics, it's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, and I just received your topic, so I'll add that in.
Yeah, I was going to do them one by one because it's I have a writer's block. I've been suffering from it since this afternoon. It's been a harsh day.
And then would someone be able to create the teams for us, please? And we'll probably also have breakout rooms too. We can do that too. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh
Oh, I
wait,
just
Tim.
wanted to ask, wait, how long should like each section be for the debate? Like, how many minutes is like the rebuttal or like the initial like argument?
Selena and Howard, what are you usually used to?
So we would often, and when at my school, we debate mostly modern topics such as like whether climate change is real. The end result it is whether you should use nuclear energy or geothermal energy. Or something such as sleep scheduling, whether you should go to sleep early and wake up late, or should you, you should go to sleep early and wake up early, or go to sleep late and wake up late. It's mostly modern topics we've done at school, but I do think like some theoretical topics, such as should water or food be your top priority in a zombie apocalypse? Something along those lines.
Were you asking how long the debate rounds were? Because I don't think I heard your question.
Yes, I
Oh,
was.
so
Sorry for not being clear.
typically for public forum, I believe it's 4 minutes constructive, 4 minutes constructive, 3 minutes rebuttal, and then 2 minutes summary and 2 minutes final focus, and then they have crossfires. But we could just do like, but I think that might be a little bit too long.
Yeah, why don't we do would two okay, if we did 2 minute constructive and 1 minute rebuttals, that would be about 10 minutes each debate. Would that work?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And I don't think we're gonna do like the part where we question the other side.
Um,
Yeah, probably no cross-examination. So hold on, let me get some teams.
Oh wait, could we also get like a head counting, like to know who actually wants to participate in this? Okay, so I know Selena and Howard probably,
yeah.
and uh Claire and Eliana, do you guys want to participate in the debate?
For me, I think since I was scheduled to be the general evaluator, if we don't have like someone else doing this, I can like write up some like notes and stuff kind of like as the general evaluation. And then I think what we can do is the other people who are like watching the debate, we can probably just do a voting thing unless you guys think maybe when we want to like appoint someone as like a judge or appoint like two people. What do you guys think?
We could appoint like sort of as speech evaluators, but one person evaluates the con side, one person evaluates pro, or something like that.
I think we should be grouping them by topics instead. So a speech evaluator should be evaluating the speech on both sides, and maybe a timer evaluates the time on both sides.
Yeah, I think that's great. Um, let's see. In that case, how long did we say each debate like round would last? Like
Two
one.
minutes constructive, 1 minute rebuttal.
Okay, for both
Oh,
sides.
should we do breakout rooms for the teams so they can discuss, or
Yes, that would be good.
Okay, I'm pasting a document here in the chat for everyone. Hold on, I may have just sent the wrong link. Oh, sorry, I just sent it to Howard. Oops. Let me send it to everyone. Okay, so I'm currently writing in debate topics that we could do. So when we get a debate topics list. Okay, like we can do, okay, we can do some interesting ones. Like, okay, the AI one is a current one. How about college is no longer worth the cost for most students? We could do that. I don't know. It's just I'm gonna put several topics. Ooh, standardized testing does more harm than good. I have some strong feelings about that one. Then we'll go, let's do some like fun philosophical ones. I saw Is Water Wet? That was pretty fun. Yeah, and you guys put topics in. We'll choose the best ones. Hopefully we can get started around 6:20 and then we'll have time for everyone without going over time. It's hot.
Also, are we still the grammarian, or are we getting rid of those rules?
Yeah, I feel like the roles should still be there, but then because we do have speech evaluators, they could like evaluate this, still evaluate the sides of the speeches.
Yeah, I think that's great. So, like, if you're scheduled to be a functionary for today, I think you guys can probably just, like, if you're not the one debating, you can, like, take some notes on whoever's in the round. And then at the end, we could probably save maybe around 10-ish minutes, maybe more, like a regular evaluation time, and then we can do the evaluations.
Okay, so we have currently 12 students here today. So if we create 4 teams, that'll be 3 teams. So, and if each debate lasts about 10 minutes, we'll get done around, I'll say 6:55, and then we'll have 5 minutes because we still have to give teams prep time in the breakout rooms. So Claire, what do you think we should do?
You said how many teams again?
3 teams.
Okay.
Like three, sorry, I should have been more clear. 3 groups of 2 teams.
Okay, 3 groups of 2 teams. Um, in that case, wait, and each round lasts, did we say like around 6 minutes?
We're gonna do 2-minute constructives, then so 2-minute constructive, that's 4 minutes for each team, then 1 minute rebuttal, so that's about 6 minutes.
Okay.
Hold on, I see something in the Google Doc. 2-minute constructives, 4-minute discussion. Um, would maybe whoever's putting that just clarify a little bit more about what that's about? I mean, in the 6 minute, currently we do have like 2 minutes of cross-examination, 1 minute cross-examination. Hmm. Oh, forum discussion in breakout rooms. Thanks. Okay. I guess 2 minutes rebuttal. Okay, well, we need to get started soon. So let's choose topics. We have a lot of topics. I think we should stop. Okay. Um,
I personally vote for is the hot dog considered a sandwich question?
okay, so I'm gonna bold the ones that you really like, everyone. Hmm. Should schools ban electronics? Okay, so we'll do the AI one too. Now we have too many topics still. Okay, I think we have duplicates of this water wet. So currently, so far we have what it seems like 4 topics. Is hot dog a sandwich? That's one topic. I mean, we can remove standardized testing does more harm than good. Oh, that was the one I picked. I don't want to do that one. Okay, so AI, then pros and cons of vegetarianism. Should social media be banned? And is hot dog a sandwich? Those are 4 topics. And so far, it looks like we have 3 groups to debate. So one topic, would someone like to delete one topic? Okay, let's do. Okay, so let's do. Should social media be banned? Is hot dog a sandwich? And then AI. Do you think AI is beneficial in school? Let's do those 3 topics. That way we keep it simple, and then that's a pretty good variety. What does everyone think of that? Okay, so now let's do that, and then who would like to sign up on the teams? Let's do affirmative, negative. So 2 people affirmative for AI is beneficial in school, 2 people negative for AI beneficial in school. If you would like to debate either one, please put your name. The next one, should social media be banned? Affirmative, negative. Please put your name. Is hot dog a sandwich? Affirmative, negative. And currently, it seems like we would have everyone participating, hopefully. And if someone would not like to participate, then someone can do double debates. Okay.
Oh wait, Caleb, to clarify, affirmative means like the pros and negative means cons, right?
Yes. So, like, so
Okay.
should social media be banned? Affirmative would be yes. Negative would be no.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, social. Okay. I'll say yes for that one. So currently, please write your names. Okay, I guess we are doing is what or what. We'll see if we have time for that one. Okay, so AI beneficial, that one is almost filled. So we need one more person on the negative. And by the way, who is going to be participating in the debates? If you're participating, please raise your hand. Just virtual hand. Virtual hand, that way we can see everyone. Okay, 3. Because if not everyone's going to participate, then we can do double teams. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 people participating. That means that we're gonna have to combine debates. Howard can do 2. I guess I'll do the hot dog and sandwich one too. I'll add my name there. And then Claire is gonna be our evaluator. Or Claire, are you participating?
I can also evaluate. Either's fine.
Okay, you can participate too. In fact, you can take my place in one of the debates. Okay, and then looks like we're gonna get ready. So let me get the breakout rooms ready. Breakout rooms assigned manually. How should we do this? Are we gonna have like a 4 minute prep time and just put everyone in breakout rooms? How's that gonna work?
I think maybe once we have finished our constructives, we should immediately be put into the breakout rooms and have a discussion. And once the 4 minutes is up, like maybe the timer or someone will come in and tell us the time is up and we're gonna have to start doing it.
Okay, I see what you mean. And what about before the debate? Are we gonna give everyone time to prepare quickly?
Before the debate, I think we can maybe spare since we have 8 minutes right now, we should do maybe 2 minutes just to prepare for our constructives.
Okay, so let's do 2 minutes to prepare for constructive. So I'm gonna read out the teams. Um, so far for AI, do you think it's beneficial in school? We have affirmative, Howard and Natasha, negative, Michelle and Selena. Then for should social media be banned, we have affirmative, Caleb, Michelle, then negative, Howard and Henry. And then is hot dog a sandwich? We have affirmative Eliana, Selena, and then negative Henry. And we need one more person for that debate. Would someone like to take that debate?
Oh, sorry, which one is it?
That is hot dog a sandwich?
Um, Maybe I can go.
Okay, perfect. So those are our teams. And I suppose we can go in that order. So first will be the AI, then social media, then hot dog. Okay, so now why don't we do 2 minutes of silence. Everyone gather your thoughts together, and then we will get started at 6:27. And if anyone has any questions, please let me know.
Yes, for the AI one, this is an interesting question. But for the AI is beneficial. If you're affirmative, you're saying AI is beneficial. For negative, you're saying AI is not beneficial. Yes.
Yeah, so why don't we simplify can we simplify the question to do you think AI is beneficial in school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I think that should be.
Okay. So affirmative is yes, it's beneficial. Negative is no. Okay. So everyone, give yourself 2 minutes to prepare. Howard, do you have a question?
Oh, I forgot to lower my hand. My apologies.
So what will we be doing during the discussion of 4 minutes?
Yeah, Eliana, that's a great question. And I was thinking we could do two table topics responses. How does that sound?
Wait, for the four
Oh,
minutes and
mm,
Go
what
ahead.
will the people in the breakout rooms do?
They're gonna be discussing their strategy for the upcoming rebuttals.
Oh, shouldn't we like do the discussion first so that we can also plan the opening?
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I think maybe, yeah, we could just do that first, and then the rebuttal could be more, I feel like, impromptu.
And for our um for our for our opening, will we be doing 2 minutes for one person, 2 minutes for another person, or will simultaneously be talking?
Yeah, 2 minutes for each person. And then why don't we might not have time for cross-examination. So we might have to just, because we're
Yeah.
already running out of time. So let's just do 2-minute rebuttals and then, no, sorry, 2-minute constructives and 2-minute rebuttals. And
And
that'll be,
as
Mhm.
to whether the affirmative side or the negative side should go first, do you want just to put it up to a coin flip?
Isn't there like some kind of, okay, so isn't there's some order I remember learning in a debate class I took.
Usually affirmative goes first.
Yeah,
That was
I usually do coin flip.
I can like spin a wheel.
that will work. Okay, so should we do breakout room now? Yes, why don't we do a breakout room? So I'm gonna put y'all in your teams, two and two, for 2 minutes. And
Just for the
then,
just for the AI one, right? Because if I'm in two, I can't be in two different break rooms.
oh, you're right.
Yeah, I think to we can't conserve time on this one, so we have to do one by one here.
Okay, so do you want me to put you in breakout rooms right now?
Yes, I think that would work.
Okay, so breakout rooms, add room. So room one is gonna be Howard and Natasha. Tosh,
No. Oh wait, I'm unmuted.
and then we're gonna have Michelle and Selena in the second one. Okay, open rooms. Oh, great. Did I do? Sorry, I messed up. I don't know how to use breakout rooms, Galay. Uh-oh. They're all gonna close in 50 seconds. I will do better next time.
So who's timing them
Can you
and
can you try that again? Because I don't think it worked.
Yeah. They're all gonna close. I don't know, I can't once I open the breakout rooms, I can't do new breakout rooms until it closes. So in 25 seconds, I'll be able to try again. Thank you everyone for your patience. We really appreciate it. In the meantime, you can be preparing for your debate.
so
12, 11, 10, 9.
we're doing evaluations and like timers.
Okay, I think really right now we're just short on time.
Okay.
So let's do, okay, are they all still in their rooms?
No, we
Okay.
are back.
Okay, thank you. So can I open, how do I open the rooms? I just open all rooms. Okay,
Uh, okay.
we go. You guys should be good now. Just come back at 6:34, please. Sorry about that. Okay, Eliana's question was the functionaries. I think we should have the timer, Angelina, and then Claire, are you gonna do a short evaluation?
I can do a short one if we have time.
Okay, so we'll just stick for timer and then Claire's evaluation depending on the time. And then Angelina's, just to clarify, the times are gonna be 2-minute constructives. So each affirmative 2 minutes, negative 2 minutes, then 2-minute rebuttals. So each one will be 2 minutes. And
Wait,
then
and they're going individually, right?
correct, they're going individually.
Okay.
All right, this is gonna work.
So each person gets 2 minutes, or each side gets 2 minutes.
Each person.
So it's gonna be 8 minutes for opening for each side?
2 minutes and 2 minutes.
Oh, wait, one person does the opening and one person does the rebuttal? Or is it like
Uh,
both?
oh, I did not realize
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was gonna ask.
You know what? I can send a chat message to everyone in the breakout rooms. Let me try to do that.
Maybe we could just do 2 minutes simultaneously.
So Angelina, could you please clarify that?
Or we
Like,
could just,
oh, yeah.
could just like split it up because I don't know if like 1 minute is enough for one person to talk or like one of you said we could just do one person does like the start and then someone else does the rebuttal. Uh, we could also just like split it in half between them.
Do one person will do. Okay, I just broadcasted that to everyone. And then, all right, they should all be coming back soon. And then we'll get started.
So what do we decide? One person doing opening and one person doing rebuttal or splitting up?
Yes, so when you are all in your breakout room, please decide who's going to do constructive and who's going to do rebuttal.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to close all rooms because they're not coming back. 赶快一下。Alrighty.
Instead of giving a timer report at the end, can I just use like the Zoom timer thing? Um, okay, because I don't feel like I need to like record their individual times if we're like doing a set amount of time for each section.
Okay, I believe everyone's back. Did we decide on an order? It's going to be affirmative first, then negative, or does anyone know the order very quickly so that we can get started?
I think we can just do that.
Okay, so affirmative, constructive, affirmative, rebuttal. Sorry. Anyways, let's just get started.
So
So
it's
first off, go ahead.
I think it's gonna be both of the constructives. There's gonna be affirmative constructive, negative constructive, and then after that, there's the 4 minute breakout session, and then we have both of our rebuttals with negative rebuttal and affirmative rebuttal. So that negative gets to go first for the
Okay,
rebuttal.
I think we decided that we're not going to do the breakout session, the 4 minute
Okay.
breakout session. So it's just
All
going to
right.
be more impromptu.
All right, but negative should go first for rebuttal since affirmative went first for constructive.
Yep. Okay, so we'll do that. So that means that our first debater will be Howard.
Oh, we've agreed
I'm
Natasha
gonna do
goes.
the construction and he's gonna do the. Okay, let's kick this off.
Okay, and
I will be
Natasha,
arguing,
your
or
audio
you want me to begin this?
is a little bit hard to hear.
Oh no.
I know. So,
Okay, is this better?
yep, 100%. Okay, So we can
All
be,
right.
and the timer can start.
Okay. I will be arguing the affirmative that AI is beneficial for education because it is efficient and it's customizable. I will argue that the stigma around it comes from paranoia, which not um, is not valid because it has actually been around for much longer and has no issues. Had less issues before. It's efficient because extremely fast. It's good for research and it can analyze things much faster than we can, which helps both teachers and students to make learning plans, to do assignments, and to learn and equip students for the real world. It's useful for customization because it has endless patience. It's very customizable and engaging as a tutor or creating lesson plans for students and just adapting to unique individuals as the education system has not been able to do up until this point. For research, it is crucial because research is known to be time consuming for teachers who are teaching students on material and for students who are trying to learn this material and get it in just ingrained in the mind. And it's very difficult to do that when there's so much information on the internet. So I'll argue that AI is the tool that will get us up to par with the level of information that's out there so that we'll be able to filter through that and use it. AI can map a calendar with dates, copy documents. It can filter out links that are not credible. And I'm out of time.
Thank you, Natasha. And we will now have the negative speech by the negative team.
We at has the timer started? Yes. We at Con strongly believe that AI should not be used in school because it is not beneficial for the students or the teachers. Let's start with the students. It makes students slack off on their homework, their schoolwork, and actually learning the material that schools want them to learn. School is to learn things that can use to be later in life, not to learn how to write a 3-second prompt to figure it out how to do your math homework. This happened to my friend Michelle, where she did a math homework and it hasn't impacted her grade helpfully. Using ChatGPT is very easy. You copy it, you paste it, you get an F. Then you realize you shouldn't have used ChatGPT in the first place. AI is destroying the part that makes schools in terms. If we're using AI, we can essentially delete school and not learn anything, which isn't going to help human society. Secondly, humans factor in creativity will decrease. As when artists, AI has been a constant debate on how AI is going to take over artists. We cannot simply be using our time that's supposed to be used to write an essay for our reading class on Romeo and Juliet to ask ChatGPT for a fully written essay with correct grammar that detailedly highlights the points that you just copied off from your teacher's prompt. That's not a good way to help you learn, and it's taking away your creativity. My next point is that it does not help teachers at all. Teachers who use ChatGPT to grade and to find the materials and lesson plans especially for the concepts that they're learning, is not good. First of all, ChatGPT is designed to get you to buy more better plans. It will show you what it wants to show, which might not necessarily be true. You could be getting a grade that ChatGPT thinks you should get when you actually shouldn't be getting that grade, especially when it comes to creative writing, which needs to be used from a human's point of view. And that is why at Negative we believe that AI should not be used in school at all.
Thank you, Selena. And now we will have the negative team give their rebuttal.
Do you mean affirmative team or?
Yeah, I think we'll have to do affirmative team, negative last. So whoever is on the affirmative team and has not spoken yet, please go ahead.
Howard, you dare?
I believe I'm on the affirmative side of the rebuttal. I'm not sure whether you want me to go first.
I'm
Of
pretty
course, that's fine.
sure in debate that like the affirmative and the negative, affirmative and the negative.
All right
So
then.
I think that's how it goes. If you're prepared.
All right, yes, I am prepared. All right. So, Selena, I think you proposed very good points. In fact, that situation has happened to so many of my friends. I do believe AI should not be used for cheating, and in fact, school is in fact for learning. But I do not think you understood really Mia Selena, Natasha's argument. We do not encourage cheating in any form or way. What we were saying is AI, if used properly, can be very useful for our school. For example, AI can be used for researching. When I was in a competition called National History Day, and one of the guidelines was you cannot use generative AI to create any of your any of your arguments, but AI can be used for research. This example shows that AI can be used as a tool instead of a cheating assistant. Now, I do understand this has become a severe issue as AI is not able to figure out whether or not the person is trying to cheat or not. Now, I do think the best solution is actually already at our fingertips. Last week, our teacher introduced us to something called Magic School AI Generative Chat, where the AI is an inquiry-based model, meaning it asks you questions and helps you learn. So instead of a just a cheating assistant, it will help you achieve the knowledge that you are supposed to in this school. For example, our project, we were supposed to research the weather of an Italian city. The AI assistant were able to compose a long list of documents and research articles that can help us on determining the global climate and the local climate. The AI did not at all tell us any answers and instead taught us how to achieve those answers. So while yes, AI still has a long way to go, but I do think it shows a lot of promise in becoming a tool to use in the school. Thank you.
Thank you, Howard. And now we will have the negative team present their argument.
While your argument, Howard, is accurate, and I do understand that your point and Natasha's point was that AI can be a research tool, I beg to differ. Let's be honest right now. On a scale from 1 to 10, how many kids in this whole world do you think is actually using AI to learn? Not even 50%. It must be at least 5%. I'm gonna be completely honest, not even I have used AI to learn. Because as Selena has said, I currently let me like speak. I have a C plus in math right now. It's really, really bad. And you won't believe why. Because instead of using this AI for research topics and to enhance my brain, I have used it to slack off and be lazy. And not only have I, but my school staff, even as you say that your school, Howard, had provided an AI that helps you, my teachers, my science teacher, my English teacher, my history teacher, all from my school, has been caught using AI to grade work. And let me give you an example of how this AI has graded wrong. I have written an absolutely horrible essay. I did it right before class had started. I'm not even kidding. 10 minutes before class had started. And when I got the grade back, it was 100%. And there was even a little note on the Aries page saying, "Good job on describing blah blah blah." And I was like, there is no way this is real. My response didn't even have correct indentation. What do you mean this is 100% worthy? So, even as I understand your standpoint views, there's not actually many kids using AI as a research source.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm going to send out this poll very quickly, so please vote for the team. And then also, since we are running low on time, we're probably going to have to make the rebuttal speeches 1 minute. And then I don't know if we have time for even breakout rooms. Maybe we can do like a quick 1 minute breakout room so that we can just gather our thoughts, but then we will be back in. So I'm gonna assign the breakout rooms very quickly. And then oh, I should move. So you know what? I'm having a lot of trouble creating breakout rooms and it's gonna take a lot of time. So why don't we just move on to the next debates because we are running very behind schedule. So the next debates, it's gonna be should social media be banned? We're gonna have affirmative and negative. Caleb, myself, affirmative. Michelle is affirmative. So very quickly, we can just decide who is going to be doing the affirmative constructive, affirmative rebuttal, negative constructive, negative rebuttal. Michelle, what would you prefer? Constructive or rebuttal?
I don't mind any of them. It's really up to you.
Okay, why don't I be constructive and Michelle can be rebuttal? Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay, and then for the negative side, Howard and Henry, who would like to be constructive, who would like to be rebuttal?
Hey, Henry, I think I can do really well as rebuttal, but if you want to give rebuttal a try,
Yeah, I
fine.
want it to be constructive. That's perfect.
All right, that's awesome.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to share the results very quickly. It was a tie, so congratulations. All right, so we're going to get started with our social media debate. So Angelina, you can put the time. I completely lost my notes. Uh-oh. Social media should be banned for various reasons, but for me, from personal experience, I've discovered that social media is a trap. For the entire length of my life, I have not used social media. And not having social media has enabled me to become a high performer. Think about what I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about making social media posts, taking pictures of myself, doing things that I'm busy doing. Then I don't have to worry about looking at other people's posts, seeing what they're doing, making myself feel envious of, they went to this awesome place. Where am I? Oh, they did this. Oh no. I don't have to worry about that. And plus, I don't have to keep scrolling and scrolling because I don't have time for it. And the third most important aspect that being liberated from social media has been freedom from approval. I don't need someone to like a post. I don't need someone to say a comment on a post for me to know that I have value, for me to know that I am approved, that I am doing a job well done. And those simple characteristics are lacking in modern society due to social media. If social media was banned, our world would be a much happier, better place. Just look at politics and social media. Politics has been and social media have just both exploded due to everyone's use of social media with politics. And this has created tension, this has divided families. But if we disconnected from social media, in just the political realm, there would be no more arguments that are very attacking. You wouldn't be able to get into an echo chamber with your own group of like-minded people. You would be able to have real interactions. And that is what we need. Real interactions. Remove social media and bring back face-to-face conversations. Thank you, and back to you, contest chair. All right. Thank you, Caleb, for your response. And now we will have the negative debate.
Well, first of all, the obvious thing is in the name. Social media. Social. Its its first purpose is communication and self-expression. So it can also all the harm comes from misuse. The political arguments, someone posted a controversial thing, and now everyone is raging about it. The the short attention spans, users are making distracting videos meant to destroy people's mental health. However, it's really there are all kinds of things you can learn from social media. I learned how to play chess and the basic trigonometry, and also some high-level math and science by watching YouTube, which also goes to show that social media is not all just vacation photos and short videos of skibidi toilet. It can also be educational, and some of them are long form videos, which means they may actually help improve your attention span. Also, there are the practical implications. Social media social media companies, well, no. Social media can create lots of economic opportunities for small business owners and big businesses alike. Also, the practicality of this ban could be called into question because it would be hard to enforce. Users may flock to less used sites, which could potentially be even more dangerous, or new sites would be created. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Howard, Henry. And then now, because we are running low on time, we will have 1 minute rebuttal speeches. So affirmative rebuttal, please go ahead.
Henry, while I do agree that harm does come from controversial posts and how videos on social media can be educational, harm doesn't only come from controversial posts. Like you mentioned, social media is just not all beach pictures, but those pictures can affect people. As Caleb has said in his argument, how people have wished to be in those perfect live spots. But the problem is, the people behind the camera taking those perfect pictures are only capturing the most perfect and amazing part of their lives, even though it might not be true, and it might be false, and it might be staged. And also, along with your argument, how social media is not just only, well, skibbity brain rot, I don't know what else to call it, even if there's educational videos, those still do not help our attention span, because currently, as I said in a speech before, our attention span is worse than a goldfish, which is quite embarrassing in my opinion. But anyways.
Thank you, Michelle. And now we will have the negative rebuttal.
All right, thank you. So, after hearing the arguments against social media, I definitely can see why social media has grown to be such a bad influence on us. But while, yes, social media can negatively affect our attention span, we must also factor in how much social media really matters in this society. First, social media, even though most of us understand the negative effects of it, let's be honest, pretty much everybody uses it. You will rarely see hidden gems like Caleb, who's never touched any social media in his life. I am one of those hidden gems. So, yes, hi Caleb, I feel you. Now, the thing with social media is that since everybody is on it, there are a lot of things that social media ties into that it would normally never tie into today. So, first of all, has your teacher ever showed you a YouTube video in class? 9 times out of 10, she probably has. That's because even though it really hurts to admit it, most of the classwork is now digital. Second of all, social media is actually now an extremely important part of our lives. Think of any company out there. There is going to be a department that's specifically made for making social media posts. Because whether we like it or not, since there's so many people on social media has really become a place that we can advertise, where we can promote our own projects. That social media, though, may have its defects. If with the proper tuning, you can use social media correctly as long as you are willing. So I believe it really just comes down to how willing you are to make sure you do the right thing and keep yourself focused instead of straying off to watch Skibbity Toilet. Thank you.
Thank you, Howard, for your response. And very quickly, I will share the poll. In the meantime, please, Team 3, please prepare yourselves. We'll have about 30 seconds of poll launching. Wait, stop sharing. Was I sharing the poll result the whole time? Sorry. Okay. So vote very quickly for this debate. Give everyone 10 more seconds to vote. And then we will get started with the third debate. And we are running, it is 7 p.m. So if you have to leave, you are more than welcome to leave and have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But if not, you can stick around for one more debate.
Eliana, do you want to be rebuttal or can I be rebuttal?
You can be rebuttal if you want.
Okay, that'd be perfect.
All right, hold on. And then I will end the poll. Share results. So it looks like the affirmative team won this time. And then we will be moving on to the next debate. So affirmative team, please take it away.
Wait, Henry, do you want to do rebuttals or
Hold on.
constructive?
Wait, I was negative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, rebuttals.
You want to do rebuttals? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we just make both the opening and the rebuttal 1 minute?
But
I
that
feel like
was.
this is a simpler debate. It doesn't need that much time.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right, please begin, affirmative team.
Is it me?
Wait, are we doing 1 or 2 minutes?
2-minute constructives and 1-minute rebuttals.
Okay. Is a hot dog a sandwich or not? First of all, what's the definition of a sandwich? A sandwich is bread, and stuff in between. And that's literally the definition of a hot dog too. Hot dog is bread here, and then a sausage and ketchup in between, which is not much different than beef and ketchup or whatever else is in your sandwich. And you might say that, well, it's not a sandwich because it's connected. Like the bread is connected, so it's technically not two pieces of bread. But other sandwiches also have that, like Subway sandwiches are connected on the side, and so are sliders. So, and those are both classified as sandwiches. So, if those are sandwiches, then hot dogs are sandwiches too. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we voted to do this one since it's a simpler debate, 1 minute and 1 minute.
Okay, if that's what you voted for, go ahead. So that means that our next team will be negative. Go ahead.
Um, um, as it's only 1 minute, I'll start off quick. Firstly, a sandwich has two separate pieces of bread, whereas a hot dog only has a single connected piece of bread. And secondly, sandwiches rely on layering ingredients between the two slices of bread, whereas a hot dog hot dog is topped with toppings. Wait. Around a single hot dog with toppings, which are placed in between, which, yep. And a hot dog is not layered as it is just one or two ingredients. And thirdly, the Oxford Dictionary has defined a hot dog as sausage in a long bread roll. I repeat, a bread roll and not a flat two-piece bread. Thank you.
Thank you, Janya. And now we will have the affirmative team.
Yes, so John, yeah, great constructed. First of all, your first point was that a sandwich has two pieces of bread. A hot dog obviously has one bread that's connected. But you forget that a sandwich isn't just one whole thing, one idea. A sandwich has subcategories. You are essentially saying an apple is not a fruit because bananas are fruit and bananas are long and apples are circle. Hot dogs might not be the sandwich definition, but they are a sandwich in general. They are a subcategory of a sandwich, such as subs. Subs aren't exactly the same. They don't have flat piece of bread, but they're still considered a sandwich. They're a subcategory of a bigger sandwich. Secondly, you said layering. A sandwich has layers and layers and layers. You are forgetting the most standard sandwich, PB&J, only has two layers, and a hot dog only has two layers too. Hot dog, a sausage, and air, which is essentially the second layer, and some toppings. Thirdly, you mentioned the dictionary. If you search up subs on the dictionary, you will not find that it says sandwich in that. It says, why say Italian bread or something like that, as it says in the dictionary, bread roll. And that proves my point that a hot dog is a subcategory in the big category of yummy, delicious sandwiches.
Thank you, Selena, for your rebuttal. And now we will have the negative team give their rebuttal.
Well, first of all, about your argument about bun geometry, I can prove that not just anything with bread instantly becomes a sandwich, because no one would call beans on toast a sandwich. No offense to any British people there, but seriously, no one calls it a sandwich because it has one piece of bread. Second of all, imagine if you asked someone to bring sandwiches to a party and then they brought hot dogs. No, the first thing that comes to mind when you think of sandwich is never a hot dog. You almost always think of the traditional bread with filling with bread setup. Also, hot dogs are popular enough and usually considered different enough from the average sandwich due to its unique ingredients that people think of it as a completely separate food category than a sandwich. And also, a lot of this actually depends on your culture. So, thank you and bye.
All right, thank you so much, Henry, and thank you to everyone who has participated in our debates. I will now go ahead and share this poll for everyone to vote on. Go ahead and vote, and then 7:07. So Claire, would you still like to give your evaluation?
Yes, thank you.
Here are the
All
results.
right.
So congratulations to the affirmative team once more, and everyone did great. So Claire, I'll pass it back to our President Claire, who will continue our meeting tonight.
For hosting Great, great session. I just have a couple of notes of commentary based on the debates and what I remember. Starting off with the first one, which I believe was about AI. Okay, so starting with Natasha, overall, I thought your argument was good. Your points were well phrased. I think one note of comment that I just wrote down was maybe at the end of your argument, you could end off with maybe like a stronger summary or a defining sentence where you could kind of end off your argument on a great note. And then I believe Selena was next. I loved your confidence overall throughout your debates. That was amazing. And then great personal stories as well. I like how all of you guys incorporated a little bit from your own lives or from your debate partners' lives. So that was great. And then let's see, Howard, you had great points. I like how you pointed out specific things about the opposing team's argument. You also gave real life examples, which was great. And then Michelle, let's see. Okay, great. I think one suggestion I had was that you could have given some kind of statistic. For example, I think you talked about a lot of examples from your own life. However, I think one argument that could be raised about that is what if that only applies to your life? However, the majority of people behave in a different way. So I think one thing you could do if you maybe had some statistic that you could have searched up or written down, I think that could have really helped settle the argument. And then for the second debate about social media, starting off with Caleb, I liked again how you had like those personal examples. That was great. You had a great structure. One thing I would suggest with that is maybe at the very, very start, you can say something about like what your points are that you want to mention, kind of like contentions, like your first point, second point, third point. That way it flows more smoothly. And then as audience members, we can kind of remember and visualize that better. And then next is Henry. I like how at the start you kind of like restated their argument, like before your rebuttal. I just think maybe focus on when you respond to rebuttals, how you can phrase your argument in a certain way to make sure that you're adequately addressing that specific argument of the opposing team, and then making sure what you say doesn't contradict yourself or uh, doesn't support the other team. But overall, your argument was great. And then moving on to Michelle. I think I wrote down something about the time. Overall, that was totally fine. I know we haven't done a debate in a while. Great job with that. Um, I think I just said be clear in addressing the argument, such as pinpointing what the opponent said in your rebuttal. So that would help. And then finally for that one, for that debate was Howard. I liked your structure of the argument. And then I think you went just a little bit over time. So one suggestion I had was when you're mentioning your points, you can maybe talk a tad little bit, but that was all. And then finally, for the last one about the sandwich, Eliana, you started off very great. I like how you started off kind of giving some context and defining some things, so that was awesome. And then Janya, I also really liked how you had like your own Oxford Dictionary definition. So I like how you incorporated specific evidence. And then Selena, great counter argument. I like the point you mentioned about like subcategory of big sandwich. So it kind of helped to settle the perspective of your argument. And you had great examples as well. And then Henry, uh, yeah, overall, your argument was great. I think one suggestion I just had was I think you mentioned something about one piece of bread, like with the beans and stuff. I think that was a great argument. I could totally see where you were going. But I think one suggestion I would have is just because Selena was mentioning like sandwiches in terms of two loaves of bread, I think that argument could or could not technically count as a counter argument. So I would just keep that in mind. But overall, you guys had great points. And I know we're almost like 15 minutes over time. So I just want to say great job to all of you. Oh, Selena, did you have something to add?
Yeah, I think I really like the debate competitions, and I feel like we should do that more often.
Okay, great. Yeah, Selena, super glad that you enjoyed that. I think all of you had a lot of fun with that. So definitely great experience. And thank you, Caleb, for suggesting that. And thank you all for being so quick and kind of doing like an impromptu debate session. So that was amazing. And yeah, we can definitely do that for future meetings. Especially since you guys enjoyed this one, I think we can probably schedule something pretty similar in future meetings. We could do a thing where we know that there's going to be a debate the next meeting, but maybe we don't exactly know the topic until we get to the meeting. Or it can actually be a little more competitive where you guys actually get to like prepare before it. So that way you guys are like super ready and you have like all your evidence and stuff. Selena?
Or if the people who are doing the speeches decide to opt out and do a 1v1 debate sort of instead of the speeches, and then we can do table topics and all of that stuff. But then the speech evaluators would be evaluating the debate points.
Yeah, that is a great point. I think yeah, for sure. Whenever sometime we can always find time to like replace one of the sections. So if we don't want to do like the speeches or if someone's not here like today, we can always just do the debates during that section. We can also, I think for the table topics section, maybe we can switch it up a little bit. So in the future, maybe have like more debate style games or something like that. Okay. Any other inputs from you guys? All right. If not, thank you so much. All of you, the debates were wonderful. They were so fun to listen to, and you guys did such a wonderful job, and I can tell you guys all enjoyed that. And let me check the calendar. Let's see. All right, I believe the next 2 weeks should be off for us, so it should be like our winter break. And then if I'm not wrong, do we return the next week after that? I believe so. Okay. So the next 2 weeks will be our FLGC winter break. Um, and then when we return, um, I'm thinking that meeting could just be our officer elections, if that's what we usually did in the past. So if you guys are interested in, if you are holding an office position right now, maybe you want to apply or try out a different one, or even if you're not and you want to try out one for the first time, I strongly suggest you apply for one of those officer positions. And then I think you guys all saw it before, but you'll do your little, like, I think it was 2 to 3 minute speech, and then our club will do its voting. And Michelle can also just send that information out in the email that she will send out, and then we'll probably send out some kind of reminder email to you guys as well. So yeah, please sign yourself up for some of those officer positions, and I'm definitely excited for that. Okay, any other questions, concerns? Okay. If not, thank you so much, all of you, for staying for almost 20 minutes of our time. I hope you guys enjoyed the meeting. And then, I don't know, I think most of you here maybe like middle schoolers. So I don't know if you guys have finals, but it is finals week for me. So if you do have that, good luck to you. And we'll see each other after winter break.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Everyone,
you.
have a great break.
Bye.
See you guys next year.
See everyone next year.
Bye. Thank
See
you.
everyone. Bye.